My father was in China 2 different times, I think in the late 30s and sometime during the 40s, with the Army, and he was a liaison of some sort. He was just a Kentucky farm boy, but he learned Chinese, and he met a Mr. Liang at number 10 Jade Street, and that's pretty much what I remember him always telling me. Mr. Liang would call him and say, "John, I have some pieces you might want to look at." As children, we heard that some of them had imperial seals, and then I've just always have been curious.
Well, that Mr. Liang must have been a very, very good friend of your father's, because he led him down the path of great collecting. Generally, you see people who purchase things at China at that period of time, and they purchase things that were very, very poor quality. These things are all of very, very fine quality. Did you have any idea about the value on these things?
This dragon bowl, as we've always called it, we've always heard that it may be worth a lot of money, but no, I don't know the value.
You start with basically the runt of the litter in terms of these groups is that bowl there. And that's a bowl that's based on a style from India that they refer to as Mughal style. And it's Chinese 18th century, very, very thin carving, really beautiful, crisp workmanship. This one here is the same style, but only a little more ornate. This is also Mughal style, also 18th century.
So 1700s?
Yeah, they all date from the Qianlong period, which is 1735 to 1796. This one here is set with a ruby in the top and very, very finely carved. The animal is a thing they call bixie. It means to ward off evil. And that animal is just a beautiful piece of celadon jade, wonderfully carved. And then we have the top piece of the group. This one has an inscription in the bottom that is imperial. It has a cyclical date there, which they're kind of hard to read because they run in 62-year cycles. But it also has the mark by imperial order, rather than just made. So it was made specifically for the emperor himself.
Oh, fantastic.
But you start getting into the value of these objects. And the bowl there, a conservative auction estimate on that bowl would be $30,000 to $50,000.
No. Oh my gosh.
A conservative estimate on this vase here would be $80,000 to $120,000.
Oh, I love this one.
This animal here, beautifully carved, wonderful quality, would be $200,000 to $300,000.
I can't believe you.
In this bowl here, because of the imperial inscription, this would be probably very, very conservatively $400,000 to $600,000.
Oh, I don't believe it. Oh my gosh.
For a total amount of between $710,000 to $1,070,000.
Damn.
It's an incredible collection. And he also bought at a period of time with, I would doubt if he paid more than $100 for any one of these pieces.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I just can't, I had no idea.
It's the best thing I have ever seen on the roadshow.
Oh my gosh, I love hearing that. Thank you.
By far.
Jinx, hi. You've just finished an almost incredible conversation with Jim Callahan about your jade collection. It's a silly question, but tell us how you feel.
I don't know how I feel. I'm really astounded. I was hoping I would have a great appraisal. I had no idea it would be this great.
At the upper end of the range Jim shared with you, this would actually make you our highest Antiques Roadshow appraisal ever.
Oh my gosh.
What else do you have in your collection that you didn't even show us today?
Quite a few pieces, a lot more jade, well, you know, and also some beautiful Oriental porcelains, and a collection of celadon, which is the pottery with the celadon finish.
How did you get started in this area of collecting to begin with?
It was an inherited collection of my father's. He had been in China with the Army. He was a liaison, and he learned to speak Chinese, and he met a wonderful man in Peking or Beijing, same city, and he had a jade shop, number 10 Jade Street, and he became friends with my father and would call him up and tell him when he had a nice piece for him.
Is this going to change your life at all, do you think?
No, this bowl, which he gave me a wonderful value on, is actually my brother and mine. And actually, maybe this is my brother's. He'll want to sell them. I know he will. So we'll have to decide, because I like them.
So decisions to be made down the road.
Yes.
Well, we'll let you get back to basking in the good news. We're really, really happy for you and appreciate you taking an extra few minutes to talk with us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
My
you, James.
pleasure.